Turn this down just a little bit. Yes, that is what we're going with this evening. Greetings, 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 greetings. It is me, the one and only. Did I go? It is me, the one and only Chef Couture here with uh, today is Chef's Kiss with Chef Couture, keeping it super simple. I am the one and only Chef Couture with All About the Minis, where we specialize in uh, sweet, tantalizing, tapas style delights to entice your taste buds. So, normally, what we do is specialize in tapas style bites. But earlier this year, I had an opportunity to collaborate with an insurance company, Kaiser Permanente, and we were doing Thriving After 60, the art of healthy cooking. So, one of the things that I wanted to do during that segment was to find some really healthy items to prepare, something quick to prepare, something that will get your taste buds zhuzhing it up a little bit. So that's when I created Chef's Kiss. Now, yes, you may have heard Chef's Kiss before. Did I create it? No. Did I create Chef's Kiss, keeping it super simple? Yes. That is something that I created. So it's Chef's Kiss with Chef Kitura, keeping it super simple. And one of the things that I want to do for you and you and you and you is to show you how to prepare some really amazing meals, something that you can do quick and easy and simple with less than the goal. The goal is less than 10 ingredients. But sometimes we might go overboard when it's something special, like the holiday season, like where we are now. However, we are not going to go 10 ingredients, over 10 ingredients tonight. Tonight, when I tell you I'm keeping it super simple, we're going to do something really light, full of flavor, less than 30 minutes, less than 10 ingredients. You ready? You ready? You ready? I'm ready. So again, it is me, Chef Kitura, on this Sunday evening. Today is Sunday, December what are we on, the 15th? December 15th, 2024. We've got just a few weeks left in this 2024 year, this 2024 season. So I know a lot of people are having holiday events and having guests over and doing holiday gatherings at their home, or they may be doing corporate events. And, you know, the vary from big to little, right? Sometimes if it's something in an office setting and it's a small company, you might do an office event and you got a 2 hour event, and it's you come in, you eat, you do the dirty Santa and you exchange gifts, or the white elephant, whatever it is that you call it. You do something super quick. You come, it's festive, and you go on about your merry way. But then you have something, and it may just be you, yourself, and you, or was it me, myself, and I? So it might just be a single person, or it might be something a little bit intimate, and it's just you and a guest. Or you might have four people. This particular recipe is more so for that quiet, quaint, like for me, this will be for me, myself, and I. But I want to show you how you can take some simple ingredients and make it really, really amazing. So I'm going to do one of my absolute favorites, sea bass. Yes, sea bass is like one of my favorite seafood fish to prepare. It's like salmon. It doesn't take a whole lot of time. It's one of those things where you grill it. So like right now, I've got my stovetop griddle. In this particular griddle, there's two sides. There's a flat top, and then there's a griddle or a grill side. So it's got the grill marks. Tonight, I'm just going with the flat top. Tonight, I'm going with the flat top. So I'm preheating that so that once I add the oil to it, it won't take long for the oil to come to temperature with the griddle. I've got my sea bass here. So it has been room temperature. And just like any protein, you want to make sure that your protein has been out 20 to 30 minutes prior to cooking. I know there might be some times when you're running home from work and you're running in the door and you just want to get something cooked quick and easy for your family, and you may not have that opportunity to allow it to come to room temperature because, hey, you grabbed dinner at the grocery store on your way home, so you didn't get that chance to allow it to come. I get it. So they're under those particular situations and circumstances. I get it. I understand. I've been there. I'm here with you. I get it. However, if you have the opportunity to allow this to come to room temperature, whether you're doing beef, whether you're doing chicken, whether you're doing seafood, fish, at least 30 minutes. You want it to come to room temperature. So if it's like cold, and you just taken it out of the freezer and you've allowed it to thaw, you took it out before you left home that morning, by the time you come home, guess what? It's ready to go. You don't have to wait. It is ready to go. But if you came home, now some people will say, I didn't let it thaw out on the counter. I allowed it to thaw in the refrigerator. Okay, so now you got to shift a little bit and allow it to come to room temperature on the counter, minimum 30 minutes. The reason why this is, you've got your griddle or your skillet and you got it nice and hot, right? You got it nice and hot. Now you're going to take this cold item and you're going to place it on that hot surface. Well, guess what? Now that hot surface is going to, that temperature is going to shock it. It's going to shock it. So now that temperature on that griddle is going to bring it down. So something that where the heat was up here, you put that cold item on it, it's going to bring it down here. And now it still has to preheat, has to come back up. Has to come back up. And then you've got to allow it to get back to the right temperature so that you are able to cook it at the so that it's able to cook at an even temp. So that's one of the reasons why I say if you can allow your protein to come to room temperature before adding it to your skillet. Get it? Got it? Good. Great. So now what we're going to do, I've got my Love My Everything Bougie seasoning. So one of the things that I'm doing here, I've got I'm trying out new seasoning packets. So before, and I apologize, my seasonings came in bottles, but now I am trying out these new pouches. The front of the pouch, come around here. The front of the pouch is clear. So you see your seasoning. Come out this side. You see your seasoning packet, your seasonings, I should say, in here. The back of it is a neutral color. This is where the label will be. I'm trying out a new packaging. I found that when it came to shipping and everything, and the bottles, yes, they were cute, and you can go ahead and have them all nice in your little, put it up in your pantry or your cupboard, and have all your seasonings in the nice bottles. But the shipping became a little bit on the expensive side. So I wanted to find something that was on the user-friendly side for both seasoning as well as when you order shipping. So if you haven't had the opportunity to order some of my Love My Everything seasonings, this is what they will start coming in 2025. I have placed my order and I'm waiting for the vendor to ship me the actual label. The labels are just so cute. They're so cute. So these are the new pouches. Now, all right, back to the food. I have already taken the sea bass at room temperature. I used some sesame oil and I added some salt to this already. So I'm going to take some of the Love My Everything BJ seasoning with my, this is a half a teaspoon, and I'm going to sprinkle it on top. And yeah, I'm going to zhuzh it up a little bit. I want to use both. So not only am I using the bougie, I'm going to use the feisty. So the bougie is more of all around seafood and veggie seasoning. And there's a citrus tone to it, lemon zest, lime zest, orange zest, garlic, onion, turmeric, and some other goodness. And I'm also going to add some of the feisty. So the feisty's got a smoky heat to it. The good thing about, I'm not even going to add that full quarter teaspoon to that. But I am going to put on a glove. Oh, you know what? I do. I want to, I have something I want to, we're going to do this first. And then I'm going to introduce you to something and I'm going to share something with you. But let's go ahead and get this glove on. Sea bass is a very light white fish. It is going to take on whatever flavor profile you give it. Very light, very flaky, and it has like its own natural buttery consistency to it. So I got that sesame oil. I had some salt. I got the bougie, which is very low sodium. The Feisty is it has a natural salt content based off of some of the ingredients that I already add to it. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of black pepper. And then, because this is already preheated, I had it on a very low temperature. I'm going to bring it up to medium heat. I've got my grapeseed oil this evening. Go ahead and coat this flat top. I'll allow that to sit a little bit so that it's evenly coated, and then we're going to go ahead. We're going to add the sea bass to that flat top grill, skin side down first. Allow it to cook for about 4 minutes. Then we're going to flip it and allow it to cook another maybe 3 minutes. It's a very, very light fish, so it doesn't need to cook a whole lot of time. So when I tell you that this is a very simple, very quick and easy recipe, there's no exaggeration. I'm just going to set this over here to the side for a second as we prepare to do our spinach. Now this I'm going to go ahead and put down. We've got a medium to low heat. I will allow this to go ahead and heat up. We're going to run that again with a little bit of grapeseed oil. A little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add the sea bass. And find the sweet spot. Because this griddle covers 2 eyes, I got to make sure that I'm putting it on that heat. I don't want to put it in the center because there's very little heat there. So I got to find that sweet spot. Make sure the heat and the temperature is the same on both sides. Now we're going to let them do their thing. Let's put on another glove. So, what I was going to share with you, for those of you who have the chopper, you've seen it on the commercials. You've seen it on social media. It's a little device, and it comes and it has a reservoir, and you will take your onions, your bell peppers, your cucumbers, your whatever it is, and you put it on the little grate, and you take the lid and you pull it, and you get the dices, right? This is square, grate, very sharp. On that device, on that little thing, it says, do not touch. You know what I'm talking about? Have you seen it? Do you know? Do not touch. I'm like, cool. I got you. I'm not gonna touch it. But I was cleaning it and I had a brush, brushing it off, and I take the water from the sink, spraying it down. But there was this little bitty piece, and it was stuck. So I'm like, it's just a little piece. I'm just gonna. This says do not touch for a reason. So I cut my thumb, and this was 3 days ago. And even though the wound is closed and everything, it still hurts. So from me to you, my PSA, take heed. And when it says do not touch, do not touch. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good. All right. So now we're going to prepare the spinach. So I'm just going to take an onion. I'm going to go ahead and slice it thinly because I'm going to saute this with the spinach. And because I was just preparing it for one individual, I'm just going to do half of that onion. I'm going to add this onion. I'm going to go ahead and add some garlic, some minced garlic. To that. And you already know with the onions and the garlic, you just want to prepare these, especially the onion, until it's no longer translucent. Keeping an eye on it because you don't want the garlic to burn or your onions. Give me a little bit more heat on this. I love the smell of onions. I love the smell of garlic. I am convinced that if someone in the technical world does not come up with smell-o-vision, I'm just going to have to create it myself because the aroma in here is absolutely amazing. So we're going to allow that to cook. Now, my sea bass is over here doing its thing. And just like any other fish, when you get ready to flip it, if it comes off easily, like that just did, it's time to flip it. If it gave a little bit of resistance, you would leave it alone, allow it to cook on its, stay on that side until it's ready to flip on its own. That one gave a little bit of resistance, but I could tell it was just at the point where it was ready to flip it over. So we got this going over here. Got onions. And we've got that minced garlic. Now we are going to turn this down. a little bit. And we already know with your greens, whether it's spinach or kale or collards, whatever that green is, it's going to, you put a whole bag in there and it's going to yield very little. I could add a little bit more oil to this, but not much because the greens are going to yield their own water content. So that spinach is going to, once it starts to cook down, it's going to add its own water to it. But let me tell you, this is going to be some goodies. Put this over here. Won't need that knife. And if you want, you can add some tomatoes to this, whether it's sun-dried tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. If you're going to do the tomatoes, you can take some cherry tomatoes and slice them in half or put them in there whole before adding the spinach and allow them to blister. It's super, super good. Super, super good. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. I'm going to turn this off. So we got that onion with that garlic. I'm not going to overcook the spinach. So allow it to saute. Add it to the plate. Super quick, super simple. Kiss me, baby. Keeping it super simple. I love onions, so I'm trying to make sure I get all of the onions out of the skillet. Set this over here to the side. Set that one on top. That one's done. I just wanted to get that little sear on the side. You get the sear on the other side. And it really just needs a little sear. I'm going to do the same for this, even though I took it off already. That sear. Got spinach on there. So good. Now, and then to the plate. And if you so choose to, if you were interested and you had some lemon, you could take that lemon, slice it in half. You would have added that lemon to the top of the griddle to give it that charred look to it. And then you could squeeze that on top of your meal, of your sea bass. And boom, there's dinner. Now, I didn't add a starch. I didn't add any rice. I didn't add any potatoes. Some of the things that I would have done, I could have done a Carolina gold rice. I could have added some barley. I could have added, oh, some couscous or just some regular rice or some basmati rice, potatoes, herb roasted potatoes, or just some garlic mashed potatoes. I went on the lighter side because I think the sea bass is the star of the show, and you don't need anything extra to it if you're doing something light and healthy. You're ramping up to the end of the year, and you're just like most people. Oh, in January, I'm going to go on a diet and I'm going to get back in the gym. Okay, do something like this. Super simple, super quick, light, healthy, full of flavor. Less than 10 ingredients, less than 10 minutes. I probably talked more than it took to prepare. I mean, the fish is just super flaky. And it's like butter. It's like butter. It is so good. I mean, literally, all that was added to this fish. I added some sesame oil. I did a little bit of salt. Allow it to kind of hang out in the playground together. I added the Love My Everything Bougie seasoning along with the Love My Everything Spicy. But both of those, well, especially the Bougie, very, very low in sodium. And there's no additional salt that's added to the feisty either. But this fish, there is no butter added to it. And when I tell you, you put it in it melts in your mouth like butter. There's no exaggeration here. Really, really good. Mm. If you want to do some meal prep during the week, this is a great addition to your menu. Spinach, broccoli, a vegetable medley with some sea bass or some salmon. You don't have to have the starch, but if you want to feel like you have a full meal and you want to add that starch, you can go with some brown rice. You can go with a quinoa. You can go with a quinoa and have some type of a grain, or as I said, you can do the couscous, the barley. But this is super. Kiss me, baby. Kiss me. Keeping it super simple. The KISS theory. Chef's Kiss with Chef Kitura, keeping it super simple. Sea bass with some sauteed spinach. Voila. So on this Sunday evening, December the 15th, 2024, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Chef's Kiss with Chef Kitura, keeping it super simple. Our sea bass, it was the sea bass with the sesame oil, salt, the Love My Everything Bougie and Feisty seasoning. That sauteed spinach, we added some grapeseed oil to the skillet. We sauteed that minced garlic along with the onions. We added the spinach to that, added just a little bit of salt. We allowed the onion and the garlic to provide the flavor to that spinach. It gave a nice, healthy meal in less than 15 minutes. So on that note, if you haven't heard it from anyone else today, know that means the one and only Chef Kitura. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I thank you for your love and support. Until next time, kiss me. Peace. One love. Bye.